Hi guys, in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to UV unwrap and add a texture to a plane using cycles. So I'm going to switch the Blender render engine. I'm going to switch that to cycles. I'm then going to come up here to the top right and I'm going to left click and drag to the left, and that splits my window. I'm then going to come down here in the bottom left hand corner of the window and I'm going to change it to a UV image editor, and I'll scroll in using my mouse. I now need to unwrap this plane so I can apply a texture, so I'll tab into edit mode, U to unwrap, and the two that we're going to use 9 times out of 10 this year will be the unwrap option and the smart UV project option. So for this one I'm going to choose unwrap, and here's the plane simply unwrapped, and now I'm going to go find a texture. So normally you would open up a a browser window, and you would type in what you're looking for and then the word texture. So if I'm looking for a brick texture, I would type in brick texture. If you just type in brick, it's real important to know the difference. If you just type in brick, you're going to get a whole bunch of different stuff. Whoops, good old autocomplete. So here you're going to get everything from movies to cast members. If I type in image, I'm going to get basically images of brick. So you get some of the right things, but not a lot. So you want to type in the word texture, and here we go. Now we have all these nice textures here. So a couple of things to think about when looking for textures. First of all, you want no perspective on your textures. They have to be straight, flat on. Second, if you mouse over the images, you're going to see the dimensions. So this one here is 3000 by 2000. The bigger the texture, the higher the resolution, or the higher the detail it's going to be. So generally anything from about, I'd say, 600 or 800 up until the thousands are going to be great and usable. So just think about that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this one here. So I'm going to left click on it. I'll go here to full size image. Now normally you guys might not see this. When I click on the image, you won't see this screen right here. What you'll see is a gray bar going across where you see another version of the image. But don't download that. You want to click on a button over here on the right hand side that says view image. That's then going to give you the nice high quality image that you're looking for. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to come back here a little bit, and I've kind of decided not to choose that one. So I'm going to go ahead and choose, I like this one here, this nice dark brick here. So I'm going to click on full size image. Okay, so it downloaded it. By the way, this website here called textures with a Z.com, this is a great one here. They show a whole bunch of categories and you can download a whole bunch there. So here is my, here's my dark brick, and it's literally just called, textures, and then it's got a number which is really generic. I'm going to go ahead and call this, I'm going to rename it and call it brick dark, and then I'll get it onto my desktop. Okay, so here's my brick dark. I'll go back to Blender. Okay, so now at the bottom of the UV window, I'll click on open, navigate to my desktop, and go ahead and find brick dark. And there it gets added in, and there it is. But I don't see it over here yet. So what's going on? Okay, so what I need to do is I need to come over here to the materials panel, click on add new material, and I'm going to go ahead and say new material, and you'll see down here with the surface category it's a diffuse surface, which means it's ready for a solid color. I'm not going to change the color. Like if I change this to green or blue or whatever color I want, that's not really what I want. It's going to get covered up by the photograph anyway. The way you add in a photograph or an image texture is you come right here to where it says color, and you click on this little button on the right, and I'm going to choose image texture. So now it's going to looking for an image texture. So right here I could click on open and go find the image again, but the image is already loaded. So I'm going to come here to this button instead that says browse, and I'm going to choose the texture right here. And it's actually on here, but why can't I see it? Well, down here at the bottom of your 3D window, you see this little guy right here. that shows how do we display this window. So right now it's set onto solid. So if I choose texture, there it is. How about if I choose material? There it is. And if I choose rendered, there it is. It's in cycles. So I'm going to go ahead and just tab out of edit mode, and I'm going to move my light a little bit closer so you can see better. Okay, so I don't really need my UV editor right now anymore. It's pretty much set. I'm going to change it back to a 3D view, and I'm going to change it to a cycles rendered view. So here it is in cycles, and it's looking pretty darn dark. I'm going to go ahead and move my light a little bit closer. There we go. And now the light isn't very strong, but you can see that as I move it closer, it is affecting it. I'm going to take the light and I'm going to go ahead and turn its strength up, and now you can see things better, and you can see it moving across the panel there. And that's basically it. You now have a surface textured UV mapped inside cycles. So the next video that we'll do will be a cube, and then we'll go on from there. But this is basically it. This is the plane. All right, good luck.